hesitant on posting this episode of the podcast because the relevance to what we had talked about. It's very important to me that I don't portray the wrong message and that I don't lead someone into making a choice because of something I said. That being said, I think it's reasonable that I'm able to express how I feel in certain aspects when it comes to alcohol, weed, cigarettes, vapes, gambling, and just basically anything that you can be addicted to, coffee, candy, food. There can be a healthy balance. But after speaking with Kay, we recorded an entire conversation about what it means to drink after you've been sober for X amount of years. Is it worth it? What kind of energies are you playing with? Because let's face it, when we drink alcohol, we open our vessel, our body up to energies and frequencies to come inside. But then there's this other part of me that thinks that there's a duality and there's this medium in life where you can have a human experience and you can balance every aspect of your life. Welcome to Crafty Tea Talks podcast. This is my next guest, Kay. She is a local I guess you're not local. So where are you from?
I'm from all over the place.
When did you move to Grand Prairie?
I moved to Grand Prairie 9 years ago, but I was born here and raised on the East Coast. I lived on the East Coast from like 5 until 19 years old, and I decided I was just going to see what this was all about. Graduated high school and just got out of Dodge, I guess.
Wow, you were born in Grand Prairie?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that.
No, yeah.
That's really cool. And your mom?
My mom was born here too, yeah.
So how did you get into art?
I've been drawing ever since I was a little girl. Like, both my parents are artists. My dad was a tattoo artist. And so I just grew up around it and thought it was a really cool way to kind of express your personality and other things.
Yeah, for sure. You have such a cool personality. I just love all the things you do. Like, you do digital design, you're a karaoke host, a bar here in town, the industry.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the industry.
It's really fun. Honestly, we have so many different walks of life that come in, and it's like everyone just mixes with each other, and I feel like you don't see that everywheres because it's just like there's some places you go where you just can't feel like you can be yourself.
Yeah.
And people come in and just like truly are themselves, and it's such a nice thing to see. And just everyone kind of getting along.
Industry has kind of a bad rep, but it's always a fun time.
It is.
There's always good music,
right?
And you just feel welcomed.
Right. We try our best to make everybody feel welcome. Like, when your bartender can call you by your name and welcome you and make you feel like you're somebody, like, that's nice.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with drugs at the industry?
No, actually. I think a lot of people think that we have a problem, but there's never really, you have that odd person everywhere that tries to, you give them the boot, so.
Yeah, definitely. That's so fun to talk about, though, because it is like, oh, you're going to go through the industry and it's like so grubby and whatever. It's like all you do is like dance.
Right.
Like hang out with your friends.
Dance, sing, hang out with your friends, play pool.
I haven't been there for quite some time just because of having kids and everything. But like, who is the local DJs playing there lately?
We have DJ James, and Casanova, Braden, he still plays, and Chris Devious plays quite a bit there too as well.
So when did you start school for art?
I started school in 2022, and I graduated last March.
Okay, where did you go?
VCAD.
Where is that?
Visual College of Art and Design. So they have a campus in Vancouver and a campus in Calgary, but I just chose to do the online asynchronous because then I'm not obligated to go to campus every day, and I can still, have my life but go to classes, and it just works for people who have a busy life, I guess.
How do you utilize your art in life?
All the time. I mean, I make posters for the bar.
You can ask the flower.
I draw, paint.
I love the things you share, and I love your art. It's so cool. You make, or like you've done art shows, right?
Yeah, I used to make art and like take them to markets and little raves and stuff around the city.
What's your favorite medium?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think honestly, I really like working with acrylic paints just because
Yeah.
the way you can watch something build up and it just from nothing, and you just have your shapes and you build on the shapes, and then all of a sudden it's a whole like picture.
I'm like more abstract. Do you drink?
No.
No.
No, I quit drinking in 2022.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Does it trigger you sometimes to be around alcohol?
Honestly, oh, this is going to sound so mean, but when I see the way that people act after they drink alcohol, it really makes me glad that I'm not that anymore, and I don't want to ever go back to it. I think the trick is really just like making a life that you don't need to escape from. Like, there's no reason why I would drink. Like, I'm not saying everyone drinks to escape their life. Some people like do it because they want to unwind and have fun, but also unwinding and having fun, like, isn't that also like trying to escape your life too?
Do you think that like someone that quits alcohol has to stay off alcohol forever?
No, like, I think that's like personal choice, depending how you feel when you decide to, when you decide to stop drinking.
Yeah.
But I also think that anyone who's thinking about, like, getting sober should try it. Like, it really clears your mind and helps you just, like, really learn about yourself. And I think that people should just take that time. And then, if you want to go back and decide that, hey, being sober isn't for me, like, hey, I'm not going to judge.
Well, like, I've just been spending time with some people in my life, and they like to have beers and they like to have coolers. And I'm like, am I at a place in my life where I'm healthy enough to have a drink?
I feel like it's like something, if you can live without it, then why decide to live with it again? Like,
Yeah. And then there's kombucha and like everything that you can drink instead. But it's still kind of triggering because it just sticks with you sometimes. Like
a little bit. Like, I feel like definitely over time, I've gotten a lot better. Like, I just feel like because of being sober, and right away, like, I went back into the bar environment, not bartending, but hosting.
Yeah.
So really, like, at first, that was kind of hard. And, like, I was drinking, like, 6 Red Bulls a night. Like, I was friggin' vibrating. So that was probably a really unhealthy habit. But after I got used to it and being like, hey, I can be at a bar without a drink in my hand, like, things got a lot better. And I think that just, I could have jumped off the wagon, like, then and there, being put back in that situation and decided to drink again. But, things were going so well, it just wasn't for me. Like,
I think that's what it is, like, going so well. And it's like our subconscious and stuff, like, it wants to self-sabotage.
But, self-sabotage is a cycle. And this was something that I was told. So you're doing good and you're doing good and you're like, oh, I'm going to self-sabotage. And then you're like, oh, no, I'm going to self-sabotage. Don't do that. So then your cycle gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to self-sabotage. And then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger if you don't choose the choice of self-sabotage. And things will just continue to get better for you.
Did you have a problem with drugs before?
A long time ago, yes. I struggled with drugs from the age of 14 to about 23. I struggled with drug abuse, which was another really hard thing to get over. And, believe it or not, drugs is just as normal in our society now as drinking. And it's like so crazy.
I seen this thing like a couple weeks ago on Facebook, and it was a comedian. And he's like, oh, to be in Grand Prairie, everyone has diesel trucks, Oakley sunglasses, and they're all on cocaine. And that is true to a point, because I used to, same thing, 13 to 24, in and out of drugs. Mm-hmm. But that's the type of reality that I used to see. But now I never see anybody use. But unless, well, that's not completely true. But I mean, like, it's not how I view this place anymore.
Tired and you feel like well, obviously my tooth hurts, so I like try to sleep it off. But also when you're sick and your immune system is sick, so all you do is you sleep because you're fighting something off. That's what I feel like, but I'm not sick.
Yep. That's because,
So
like, in order for all this energy to come through you, like, your body has to expand. Like, your jawline's gonna expand. Your brain cells are gonna go into different neural pathways. Like, your eyesights are gonna get stronger. You obviously, because it's your wisdom, I'm sure it's connected to clairvoyance. So you're gonna hear things more clearly. It's super painful. And like we were talking about the wisdom teeth and stuff, like I got one removed here and it was a 6-week thing. But like when I had the opportunity 10 years ago to get it removed all for free from the government, I said no. I was like, it's a spiritual thing. And the dentist kind of like laughed at me, the assistant. And like I knew in my mind that I had to have that in there to feel some stuff. Because like it's called a wisdom tooth, right? Like
yeah.
because it's wisdom and it's connected to your pineal gland in
Pineal gland.
your brain, like in the middle. So it all is like your central nerve system. So, and also too, like I got one removed and then I kept the other. I could have got them both done. And I was like, no, I just need that one for now. And when they come out, they're so trippy looking. Like
I
kept
kept
it.
my last wisdom tooth that got removed. I asked them if I could keep it. I have it in a bag on my shelf.
We should make resin necklaces out of them.
That'd be so cool, actually.
Send the energy through it and like put
Right?
like some other crystals around it. I think we should do that.
Everyone would be like, "Those are creepy." I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care. I have all my kids' teeth.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't mean to, but I had two in my pocket, and I was doing laundry, and I took it out of the dryer, the clothes, and two of them fell in this little baggie, and they were like mush and wet, and it was like unpleasant. And I'm like, only this weirdo person would have their kids' teeth in the dryer.
Oh my god. Gross.
I'm really excited to come tomorrow. Like we'll still do the same thing, and since it's like the industry will be downtown anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll just walk to the library. Because like I kept getting like this download the library, but there's like this little place there with mirrors, like that old building. The art center has a lot of cool like backdrops, and then the library itself. And then we can head over to karaoke. It's open before 9, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I go there a little bit early to set the speakers and stuff up. So.
Your favorite artist?
My favorite artist is Salvador Dali, and my favorite designer, because Lisa Frank was actually a design company. It wasn't one person, which I recently learned, and my heart was shattered. Yeah, Lisa Frank and Salvador Dali. So that's why you see my art is kind of colorful, but also on the weirder, darker side of things sometimes.
Yeah, that's so cool. There was like a Lisa Frank like warehouse factory. My daughter showed me it on TikTok. It's pretty cool.
Have you ever watched the Lisa Frank documentary? She
No.
is like, it's hard because, you know, like in business, you have to make sacrifices and do certain things.
Yeah.
But like her business and how she came to be is so inspiring because she literally started so small, like just doing like stickers and stuff as a way to earn an income, and then it turned into what it was.
Yeah. Wasn't it like started in the 80s?
Something like that. The 80s or early 90s.
It's so groovy. At the Dollar Tree, they have Lisa Frank stickers, and I think I've bought them like 8 times and used them because I use stickers a lot in my art.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love stickers.
I love stickers. I want to make stickers.